How do we make certain that you are consuming on a daily basis those organisms that will replenish whatever sets of organisms got killed in your digestive system because you ate something with glyphosate on it? So we've got to get away from the vitamins. We've got to get away from taking a pill, popping a pill. You don't retain most of the vitamins or most of the minerals that you get. If you're popping vitamin pills, you're wasting your money. But you can see it yet another big part of the pharmaceutical world with a lot of money to try to convince people that vitamins and mineral pills are required and that they're worthwhile, when in fact they aren't. You have to have the organisms in your digestive system in order to be able to deal with what you put into it. So how do you get those organisms? You eat them on the food that you're consuming. We're going to show you all kinds of different ways of assessing the biology. This happens to be the surface of some compost, and you can't even see the surface of the organic material in here because it is so covered with all these organisms. We've got lots of bacteria in here. We've got all these strands of fungal hyphae, and you can see how some of them are really wide and some of them are very, very narrow. And these are yeasts, and just herds of different species, different sizes and shapes. And that's what we want to be seeing. This is a good compost. When we're making compost, you need to understand the specific recipe that's needed. You have to make certain the biology is growing. How do you measure that? You need your microscope. This is a soil that's been improved by adding BioComplete compost. And look at all the species of bacteria. Look at all the airways and passageways for oxygen and water and the roots of your plants to get into these cracks and crevices. Good nutrient cycling. Take a look at the anaerobic version. This was in the plot right next door. Horribly compacted. No air, well, maybe one or two, but that's it. Airways to get oxygen and water and organisms in your roots. Yeah, you are not growing good plants here. They're going to be sick, unhappy, unhealthy, and they're going to be diseased. And you as a grower, not going to manage. So we make liquid versions of these organisms. So typical tea brewers, extractors, simple. We don't want anything inside. We want an air pump blowing into here. We want to put the compost in the bag and immerse it in the water. And in 30 minutes, you'll have your extract, or in 24 to 48 hours, you'll have the tea where you've actually brewed more organisms. And then again, a representation of the human digestive system. If you've got poor sets of microorganisms in the soil, that means you're not going to have good plant growth, that's not going to be healthy, you're not going to get the nutrition that you require. In conventional agriculture, we continue to kill, destroy those actual sets of organisms that we need, so they aren't present, and that's what promotes poor growth of the plant. Get those organisms back into your soil so you can eat the organisms that you require and get them back into your digestive system, and your food will appreciate it as well, as will you, as will your digestive system, because you'll be consuming the organisms, the good organisms, on the surface of whatever you eat.